Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, Dawson ASMR. And today we're going to be looking at the next part of my film collection. And I believe we are on part 3 today. And today we're going to be looking at nothing but horror DVDs. So these are my films that have been thrown into the horror category. Horror, thriller, anything suspenseful or scary is going to be popping up here. And I have 60 of these. 60. So we're going to try to just sort of pop through them. And I will just not spend too long on any single one. So, what do you say we start off with the big bad category? Ones that are franchises or your infamous franchise killers. I have a whole stack here, and I think I'll just grab the first one off top, who would definitely battle for the top spot of my favorite slasher. And if you don't know, slashers are my favorite subgenre of horror. So, I have 3 here. 3. Tres. I think trois is the French. And I'm just going to show them to you. So, first and foremost, we have Child's Play. Child's Play. Kind of redundant for me to own this now, but it has a pretty 𝐬𝐮𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻 cover on it. They released, Walmart did a bunch of movies with this quote-unquote cover, but it's just a peelable cardboard. And they released it around 𝐬𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻, and they had designers, so, but I have the first one. And also, singularly, I have my favorite, and this has been watched so many times that it is worn out, and it does not play anymore. This is the copy I grew up with. Have you ever noticed how flimsy cases are now? I mean, they're just, even the newer ones have holes to save on the plastic, I suppose. But these old cases have the clips and everything that you had to undo just to open the case. So, but the reason it's sort of redundant for me to own these now is that I own the collection. And the reason I have these on DVD is because unless you're watching something like Ari Aster or David Eggers, anything that's like elevated filmmaking, I hate to use that word, but I mean, if it's a good old slasher, you're good with the DVD. So, this has all the movies we have. Can you see this? Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky. And yes, I have seen the TV show, and the first season is pretty great. The rest is, it exists. It's very Ryan Murphy-esque, but that is my Chucky collection. And you'll see that for a lot of collections, I try to just buy them in the collective cases because it really doesn't matter. And then we have, well, I'll show you this one to get it out of the way. I don't have the Jason films, and I love Jason. I have a signed Kane Hodder poster on my wall, but I just don't own them, so I need to. But I do have His Name Was Jason. His Name Was Jason. And this is a documentary. It's just a simple, 90-minute one. There's a long one. It's 4 hours or something. And it's just Walmart used to put stickers on the top of their DVDs. That one's stuck, not letting me open it, but it's just the actors, the writers, the people behind the films. Coming together to talk about them. We have Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. That's all I have to say about that. Look up the director if you want to know more. And then we have, so I love found footage. If I had a second favorite subgenre, it's found footage. And while I think there are a lot of underrated found footage films that everyone should be watching, you cannot argue that the best made found footage film will always be The Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project. And this is the first one. It's genuinely frightening. One of the creepiest films since The Exorcist. Chills you right to the core. Thumbs up, creative, inventive, and ingenious. These are just some of the reviews. This is just one of those classic films. And I really do stand by the fun theory that I saw. It's not fun, but it's like, oh, that's really cool people thought about that. That this was not real. I mean, the movie's not real, but that Heather was taken to the woods and then gaslit by these boys, and then they ended up it's a crazy theory, isn't it? But then I also have, and let me tell you, I'm gonna be rambling a lot because I'm off the charts. I've seen the remake. It's pretty good. What's the new one called? My boyfriend's gonna kill me. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was really, really good. I really enjoyed that one. But this is the Book of Shadows, which is the sequel, technically sequel. And this is hefty. What is in this? Oh, it comes with a giant book, that's why. Yeah, and poster and everything. But, this is pretty good. It's pretty good. Mediocre, but I think it plays well off the found footage. And honestly, even a found footage film is complete trash. I'm still gonna enjoy myself. Then we have, I am a very big fan of campy horror. I even like some John Waters films. And I'm gonna get spat in the face for that, but in that kind of camp category, and I have both the original and the remake, and the remake was questionable. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation. It's just one of those classic films. If you've never seen it and you see a still from it or a screenshot, you're going to think, what the heck is going on? And if you have seen it, even just one time, it's going to be stuck with you. But I do have the original with the lovely, mind-bending Tim Curry. And then I also have, you'll see I also have the remake. Or, yeah, it's the remake, but they call it Let's Do the Time Warp Again. Like, that was literally the subtitle on TV when it came out. It was a TV original. This is okay. Laverne Cox, I love her to death, but, choices were made. Choices. But it was it's literally essentially just the same movie remade, shot for shot almost. It's crazy. But it's fun. And you have some classic Broadway voices like Ryan McCartan and stuff. So, and Tim Curry does return. Not as Frankenfurter, but as the Doctor. So, the psychologist. So I do have those. Believe it or not, it took me until it was last Halloween, to watch all of the Saw movies. Saw gives me, so every time I tried to watch it in the past, it would give me panic attacks. It's just bizarre. It's crazy. But I finally managed to watch them all. And they're pretty enjoyable. They're really good. There were some that was like chef's kiss crazy, and then others that were, I mean, I'm not the kind of person to send a plate back to the kitchen, but if they were a plate, I might send them back for a little bit more seasoning. There was no flavor, but I have the collection here. So this is the collection of Saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the final chapter. And yeah, they do have an updated version of this with all of them in it, but this is the one I have. But you know what? Every single one of them is the uncensored, unrated cuts, so can't go wrong with that. And then we have Jigsaw, which was fun. It was fun. A lot of stuff was shoehorned in, but it was fun. And I like the bucket trap, which is the starting trap. Now, I have not seen Spiral. I probably won't watch Spiral. I don't even own Spiral. I did see Saw X in theaters. I don't own it. Probably my favorite in the franchise. It was so well made. So excellent. So then we move on to a franchise that I don't know if you'd call it a franchise so much as it's been hearkened with so many remakes. And another one is coming. And when I tell you this remake coming could potentially knock the original out of the park for me, because Mike Flanagan could put a ring on it. It's right here. Like, come on. He's such an amazing filmmaker. But talking about Carrie. And Carrie is easily one of the better Brian De Palma films out there. But he did the original, of course, from 76. And this is the collection. This has the 76 Carrie, and this also has the 99 sequel. Not really a sequel, but it's The Rage, Carrie 2. And then you have the 2002 TV remake, which is not the best made, but arguably is the most accurate. It's kind of in the same sense that, like, the Shining TV series was a complete disaster, but story-wise, it was completely accurate. So, but I love this little collection. It has just Sissy Spacek in the red. It has her on the back. So, I have this collection, and I have the 2013, I want to say it came out. I can't see a date. My eyes are also awful. Yeah, 2013. And this is the Chloe Grace Moretz remake. Now, I think she's a terrific actor. The movie's fine. It's fun. You know, I feel like Sex and the City, whatever happened to fun? Why does anyone have any fun anymore? It's fun. But not Julianne Moore. I could almost say bring her back for the Mike Flanagan one because she did such a good job with it. But who they're rumored to get, she was born for the role, let me tell you. But no, it was fun. It's definitely not the Brian De Palma, but what is? So, I love that. I'm gonna have to make more room. What am I gonna do? So then we come upon the franchise that, if we're not careful, could easily be my favorite. It probably is my favorite. It honestly might beat out Chucky, and that's saying a lot because I've been watching Chucky since I was like 4 or 5 years old. My parents were not good with censoring things, so. But this is, any wild guesses? The Scream franchise. Scream. I love these movies. Ghostface. What I love about him. Okay, can I see you over here for a second? What I love about him is that there's no supernatural being to him. He's human, and he's not one person. Like, every movie it's somebody else, which is so fun because it almost adds a grip of reality to it, as if to think, oh my god, this could happen in my neighborhood. You know what I mean? And mind you, I come from an area where we have, not to be morbid for a second, sorry, 3 women who currently are cold cases in the past 5 years, and one additionally who, an unlifer, is currently waiting trial. So, and it's all here in my town, so it's crazy, which is, I think, also adds some element of like fear to the movies for me. But anyways, I own them all. I have watched them all many times. Don't ask me to rank them. They're all 5 stars. Yes, even part 3. You bite me. It's so good. So we have the original. Very cool. We have part 2. Scream 2. We have Scream 3. And I do have the first one Scream 4. And this one holds a special place in my heart because it's the first one I saw in theaters. We have Scream 5. This is the remake that they prequel, I think is the term they used. Remake, sequel, yeah. And then Scream 6. And let me tell you, I love these films. I am terrified about Part 7 because none of these films are bad. Yes, people say Part 3 is meh. Whatever. It's not bad. It's not terribly made. It's still fun. It still keeps you hooked. And I'm so afraid they're going to mess it up because it's a whole new team. And I get why. But for me, Scream 6 ended with the perfect ending. Perfect cap off. I think Wes Craven would be proud. So if Scream 7 ruins it, I don't know. I probably won't even see that in theaters. And I saw 4, 5, and 6 in theaters. So then we have 2 more franchises. This franchise, the next one is, sorry if you're very scared of this man. I'm really sorry. But it is just a lot of my Halloween collection. Good old Mikey Myers. These are classic for a reason, people. We have the, of course, original, and I'm going to show you these. So, this is the original Halloween. The night he came home. It's so hard to tap on these cheap cases. Do you see that? There's no inside plastic. It's just the frame. I can squish it. I know it's weird. So we have the original. And then we have a 2-pack, which has Halloween 2 and Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. If you've never watched these before, be aware. Halloween 3 has nothing to do with Michael Myers. Skip it. Once you've finished all the Michael Myers, come back and watch it. It's a fun watch. It's a little sci-fi fun. So then I have a double feature of 4 and 5. This is the Jamie Strode duology. Technically there's a trilogy, but we skipped that one. But these also have subtitles. So there's Return of the Michael Myers and The Revenge of Michael Myers. So, very fun. And these are easily the scariest. 4 by far was the scariest for me. And then we have this trilogy, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and I'll tell you why. Naturally, the next one in the franchise is Part 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. That's listed at the bottom. But you have the curse. And we don't talk about that a lot. Paul Rudd is amazing. But there are 2 wildly different cuts. This cut, I believe, is the feature cut. So this is the one that's like not that great. But the director's cut is the one you can usually get access to really easily. Or maybe that's backwards. Maybe this is the director's cut. I don't know, I'll have to look it up. But then you have H2O, which is one of the better ones. One of the best ones, actually. and then Resurrection. If you want to watch Tyra Banks make a cappuccino and then get strung up from the ceiling, go ahead, but I was bored. No, it's fun to watch Michael do whatever he does. And then I have the remakes, the Rob Zombie remakes. Now, hear me out. The first half of Halloween is a lot of fun. Like, okay, I get it. On one hand, I don't want to know what made Michael evil. He's evil for the sake of being evil, so it's scarier. I get that. But I love hillbilly stuff. I don't know, it's silly. It's just fun. I think they call it, I think there's actually a subgenre, which is like Hatchet, Hills Have Eyes. What's the other one where they're in the woods? In West Virginia. The name slips my mind right now. But it's like hellbillies. Like hell, like hillbillies from hell. That's like a subgenre of horror. But the first half is it's fun. Second half is a shot-for-shot remake, and I got bored. Part 2 I don't talk about. Part 2 has a white horse, and Michael can talk, and I don't know. So then with the 2018 remake, it's sequel, the trilogy, I don't own Halloween or Halloween Kills. I need to get my hands on copies of those, but I do own Halloween Ends. And you guys are gonna hate me, but this might be my favorite in the franchise. Could be, possibly. It's literally Christine. It's literally Christy, and it is so good. It is so much fun. I'll admit, when I first watched it, I didn't get it. I just didn't understand it. It's like, what am I doing here? Where's Michael? I don't get what we're doing here. Let's stop messing around. But then I got it, and I really enjoy it. But I will tell you one of my qualms with this trilogy, and everyone I've talked to agrees. Laurie has less trauma about her own daughter being in her childhood home than she does from her two friends being killed, 40 years ago? And I get trauma is different for everybody, but Laurie has always been a distinct type of final girl, and that was just really strange. It's a really weird choice. It's like 40 years you spent in a bunker, essentially, because of what happened to you. And then it happens again, and your daughter is a victim. You're like, I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I'm good. Like, she's fine. I don't know. Like, there was an imbalance there of the grief for me. Laurie wasn't used to her best potential in this trilogy. Again, part 2, she lays in a hospital bed the entire time. I don't know. But don't get me started on the evil dies tonight. Oh my god. But this one, Corey, and I even like his relationship with Allison. I think that it's done really well. I think she's a great final girl. I'd love to see more Halloween with her. I really would. But we know how that movie ends, so. I spent a lot of time on that franchise, sorry. The last franchise I have to show you, and then we'll get to my singles, which are sort of just like random horror movies. This is my Nightmare on Elm Street. I can't do a vampire accent. But this is Nightmare on Elm Street. And this has all the films. Even Freddy vs. Jason. Don't know how the licensing got around that, but this is the one where he's in your dreams. And let me tell you, I'm gonna do a story time soon. Just rambling, maybe chewing gum, maybe doing makeup. But it's about like this nightmare he had, and a priest had to intervene. True story. You don't want that? Let me know. But this has A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Revenge, which is part 2, and sorry, but that is one of the best movies in the franchise. Dream Warriors. The Dream Master. Same thing. The Dream Child. Teach me. I want to do stuff like you. Freddy, sit down. No. The Final Nightmare. I need Freddy vision. Just to not have to watch that again. But, no, it's fun. I like them all. I'll watch them all. And then we have New Nightmare, which is... Okay, not to ramble. Sorry, I'm gonna keep rambling. Is that what they're doing with Scream 7? Because they've casted 3 of the... And they've openly told us they've casted 3 of the deceased actors. Deceased, perpetrators, the killers. YouTube's gonna completely demonetize this video. But they may be doing that. Anyways, New Nightmare is basically some of the cast from the movies come back. It's real life. Freddy comes out of the movies and goes after them. So instead of Nancy, it's Heather Langenkamp. So it's a really cool idea what they're doing with it. But and then there's Freddy versus Jason, which I don't care. It's so much fun. Jason Ritter can be a final boy. Who knew? Well, I did. But then we have that's it for our series of films. Now we're going on to our singles. And we have quite a bit of these. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34 of these. Let's see how fast we can blast it. We have Amityville. These are fun. And this is, listen, there are more Amityvilles than I could probably even think to tell you. But this is the original with James Brolin, and I don't remember what year it came out, don't quote me. But then we also have the 2005. I call him Ryan Gosling every time, but it's not Ryan Gosling, it's Ryan Reynolds in my head. But got both of these. Very fun. If you like ghost movies, it's very fun. And then we have, so these are, no, I'm gonna wait to show you that one. So then we have one. Do you like to be scared? Because if you like to be scared, you're gonna like this movie. Sinister. This is a film with Ethan Hawke, and it follows a true crime writer who he moves around to the places where he writes about the events, and he moves to this house, and it's haunted because a series of self-unalivings have happened at the house. A series of gruesome unalivings, and the children keep disappearing. But it's very creepy, very scary. I peed a little. It's terrifying. Such a classic though, so good. I know it's 2012, so it's not technically a classic, but I think when I think of a classic, I think it was a movie that I know is going to be a classic regardless. And 20 years from now, when I'm talking about the horror movies that made the 2010s, this is going to be on that list. I gotta find a better way to stack these. Then we have, technically it's part of a franchise, this is the only one I have. and it's an old copy I got at a yard sale. But it is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And listen, I think we can all agree, I do think we can all agree, that the best films of the Texas Chainsaw are absolutely the remakes. Yeah, yes, the original is the best made, sure. But the story, the fun factor of it, it all comes from the remake and then the sequel, the prequel, the beginning. And this is the original with Eric Belfer, Jessica Biel. There's the guy from Animal Kingdom. What's his name? Jonathan Tucker. He's in that. And then there's a couple other actors. But this also has Arlie Hammer in it, who is thinking Nightmares, and I love him. But such a good movie. Now, still holding on to excellent movies that would technically be part of a franchise if I had the other two, but as much as I love Bill Skarsgård, they didn't give him justice in the remakes. But I do have the original of It. In fact, I own 3 copies of this. I own this, and I own 2 different copies of the VHS. So, I'm so sorry if you don't like clowns. I should have warned you. This is a horror video, though. You didn't come here for comfort. Or maybe you did because you go to therapy like I do. Listen, I don't care if people say horror is so comforting. But this is the Tim Curry TV special. I wasn't around when this premiered. It was in 1990. But my mother was. And I remember her telling me it was 3 nights, I think it was. It came on. So, like, it was split into 2 parts. The DVD is split into 2 parts as well. But I think it premiered over the course of 3 nights, is what she said. I don't know. But this is so cool. And it stars, I don't know his name, but John Boy. This is not a read in any way, but some of my older viewers will probably remember, or if you watched it with your grandparents, when you were young, I don't remember the name, it's gonna kill me, but John Boy, he's in it. I've met him, very cool guy. I live near a homestead place, and he helps rent it, so. And speaking of Ritter, remember when I said Jason Ritter is a final boy? His father's in this, so. Love this film, love Pennywise. I don't know, it's a classic. You can't go wrong. And then we have one that is a sequel, technically. I don't have the first one, but I have it on VHS. But it's Army of Darkness. And this is the 3rd one, I want to say, in the Evil Dead franchise. And I love Evil Dead. Love the first one. Love the lore around it, with Sam Raimi getting in trouble for it. Very funny. But I also really, really love this movie. So, Army of Darkness. And then we have you know how people have tried to cash in on certain franchises? Scary Movie is a franchise. That is fun. It's silly, but it's fun. There was a lot of trying to cash in on that, so this is just, I don't know what it is. It's Shriek. If you know what I did last Friday the 13th. I know I've seen it. Do I remember it? No. Then we have one that I'm just going to show it to you because I've never seen it. I don't know where I got it. It's just appeared in my collection. I don't remember. It's the Candy Snatchers. I think I got it from a yard sale, maybe. But it's... I don't even know the director. Weird and True Blood. I don't recognize any of the cast. 1973, like, this is like old school, like, B-grade horror, I guess. These are kind of blocking the view, aren't they? But then we have a classic film that isn't B-grade and is in fact one of my favorite movies of all time. Boom. Night of the Living Dead. This is your classic zombie film. They're coming for you, Barbara. Look, here comes one now. Just fun. So fun. Easy to enjoy. It's genuinely creepy. And for it to be made in 68, it's really well done. So. Then we have, Will Smith is not my favorite actor. I think I don't know if horror is really the place for him, you know what I mean? But regardless, this is a really enjoyable film. I Am Legend. This is another zombie film. Zombie-ish, it's in the world, but he is a lone survivor in an apocalypse. But I really enjoy it. So, if you've not seen it. And then one that I have not seen, but now the cast is stacked just from looking at the case. Damn, like that's stacked. This is Stay with Naomi Watts, Ryan Gosling, Ewan McGregor. And it's really funny as I'm going to cover the actress. Well, don't exist anymore, what's it matter? But this is from the old video store that I used to get movies from, so it must be, I got it from there. Or something. But, yeah, 685 Videoland. And it has their address. That's so cool. That is so cool. Videoland was like the place to be. Because you could also, like my aunt would tan when I was younger, and I would get to pick out 2 movies while she was tanning, because the tanning booth was in the Videoland for some reason. But, anyways. Then we have... I used to think this movie was, like, top-notch. And then, I rewatched it when I got older, and I realized, oh, I feel like that blonde girl in the meme. Oh. It's Rest Stop. I can defend camp. I can defend fun. This is just plain stupid. And I don't hold on to it for nostalgia's purposes. But it has Joey Lawrence in it. You know, who doesn't love Joey? Three horrific alternate endings. I didn't watch those. It's just like she gets stuck at a rest stop and there's a man after her. So then one, again, Breakfast. 2004, maybe. Alex Palladino from Eeyore, isn't it? Jeremy Sisto is in it from 6 Feet Under. I don't know anybody else. But this is Dead and Breakfast. It's a really cool cover, but I don't know. Pretty sound. And then we have a very beaten up, chewed up, very old copy of The Corpse Bride. And this is a Tim Burton classic with Helena Bonham Carter. And it is, look at this, this is a mess. I have had this since the moment it came out. And when was that? 2005. This has been through the ringer in 2025, 20 years. It's been through a lot. So, very cool though. Very, very cool. Very fun movie. I'm trying to save some of like these random ones for last. These really fun ones. This is a movie. Do y'all remember? There's a user. I don't remember her name, but she did a horror DVD collection video, and she doesn't do videos anymore. She did them like 4 or 5 years ago, I guess it was, maybe longer than that, honestly. She talked about this movie, and she's the reason I picked it up. From Hell. From Hell. This is a movie that has Heather Graham in it, and it is just the telling of Jack the Ripper. It's very good. I mean, I thought it was enjoyable, but I'm going to be hard pressed. It's very few movies that I haven't seen in my collection, so. Then we have these are like nostalgic for me. Damn. This I haven't watched this since I was a child, mind you, so I don't know if it's good. I don't know anything. Wedding slashers. I don't know. I don't know if it's good or not. This is I guess a killer goes after married couples, maybe? I don't know. I don't recognize the cast. Don't recognize the director. But it's an hour and 20 minutes, so maybe it's just a fun little slasher. But I know as a kid I loved it, so. Then we have a movie that I wonder if it would scare me as much today as it did when I was a kid. But it has Dee Wallace in it, and she is Mother. It's Boo. Boo. This is about this group of kids who, it's not found footage. That would be so cool if it was. They go into this like closed, abandoned, haunted hospital. Essentially a mental health facility. And I guess it's supposed to like be haunted. As a child, it freaked me out. It was the type of scary that I slept with the big light on over my head. Like it was that scary. Would it still be scary today? Maybe. I'll have to watch it soon and report back to you. But used to get me bad. Then we have, I thought I saw something. I Have Neighbors from Hell. And they're like, it's the kind of person to call the police if they see a phone in the window, which is what I record with. But then we have one that I haven't seen, but there is this subscription service, which is like you get 4 horror movies a month, and I tried it out when I was in college, and it was fun, but most of the movies were like, never heard of, and back then I was very stuck on only watching mainstream stuff. I think I'd enjoy it more now, because some of my like top 20 horror films no one else has watched, because they're so low budget, no one watches them, no one's heard of them. But I just randomly find them on Reddit lists from YouTube videos. So, but this is found. And from what I know about it, it's this kid who finds out his older brother is a serial unaliver. So, I mean, Elvira said it was as horror can get. I mean, when she's saying that, Mistress of the Dark, maybe I have to check it out. But, oh, there's a movie within the movie. It won an Elvira Award for Best Feature, Best Director, and Best Actor. Oh, we gotta watch this soon. Okay. So then we have my other Tim Burton. I don't own Tim Burton movies. I like his movies. They're creepy. My boyfriend does not like them because of the stop motion, the claymation. It's freaky. But this is Beetlejuice. Michael Keaton, classic. Love this movie. I'm old enough to remember the cartoon. Very fun. Did you want to see that in the corner? Was that dust? My apartment is haunted, I'm telling you. But very fun movie. Have not seen the sequel. Don't think I will. I'm really not that interested in it. But the first one is fun. Then we have a movie. Like I said, I'm just kind of going through these. I watch these type of videos just to hear people ramble and to look at the movies and add things to my list. This is, I think, the remake. Now, it's very... The sound of the disc, it has a flip thing in it, and it broke off the thing. There it goes. Yep, there it goes. This is The Fog. This is the remake, because this has Tom Welling from Smallville in it. But this, I've not seen it because I have been told not to. But the classic, the original, John Carpenter. So scary, so creepy, love it. But this is also by John Carpenter, which is funny. How do you remake your own film and make it worse? What's not clicking? I don't know. But I've been told not to watch it because it's bad, but we'll see. I'm watching Jehovah's Witnesses visit the said neighbor. So, then we have a movie. It's so good. I don't care what your opinion is on this movie. Keep it to yourself. I'm kidding. Dead silence. Is it messed up? Yeah. It's like, it's hokey a bit too, but this is fun. I don't care. It's fun. And it has Ryan Quanten in it, who is from True Blood. And it has Donnie Wahlberg in too, I think. it's just a good time. It's about puppets. It's about a woman who has these dolls. She was a puppeteer. She was a ventriloquist. So there's, Beware the Stare of Mary Shaw. She had no children, only dolls. And if you see her in your dreams, be sure you never ever scream. She'll rip your tongue out at the seams. That's how it goes. But this is the unrated cut, which is gory. Very fun. And it's from James Wan, who did, I think he did Final Destination, didn't he? One of them, anyway. And then he did, Saw. So, very fun. And then we have a movie which is technically a horror movie, but it's more thriller than horror. And it's Fear. And this is Reese Witherspoon, Mark Wahlberg. Yes, my mind slips all over the place today. But it is very fun. Reese is she's a lot of fun to watch. It's sultry, but it's essentially like a stalker crazy ex-boyfriend. And you're not going to get a lot like filmmaking wise, but it's just, I think all of us have those films that were sort of forbidden in our mind, but they're not as bad as you think. But this definitely precessed, what's the word I'm looking for? It set the stage in a lot of people's minds for like dark books from Book Talk, like dark, spicy books. I see a lot of people talk about it on there. So, then we have a very fun zombie movie, 28 Days Later. Love this movie. I hadn't seen this until a few weeks ago, and this movie threw me for a loop. It was freaking amazing, and the sequel was good, but it wasn't, it lost some of that magic of the old quality. But anyways, we're getting a third one, and Aaron Taylor Johnson is leading it. Aaron Johnson. Right here. Just excellent. Love it. Then we have one of those movies again that's not necessarily horror, but it's fun anyway. And it is Zodiac. And Zodiac is the Tale of the Zodiac Killer from San Francisco. And it has Jake Gyllenhaal, it has Mark Wahlberg, it has Robert Downey Jr., there's Mark Ruffalo, my bad, Chloe Sevigny. So, it's a stacked cast. It is David Fincher. It is just beautiful. It is such a terrific film. I love it so much. I watch it constantly. I love Fincher films anyways, but if you have not picked this up, you need to pick it up. Now, in the line of other films you need to be picking up if you haven't yet, you need to be picking up Cry Wolf. And let me ask, if you have a copy of Cry Wolf on DVD like this, does your copy glitch so many minutes in? Like, does it mess up on you? Because mine does. Mine messes up. It's really weird. I don't know what it is, but and I've talked to other people and theirs does too. Is it just a disc manufacturing problem? Anyways, This is really fun, really campy. You ever played the game Werewolf, where it's like one person is the werewolf, and then you all have to guess, and everyone closes their eyes, and even the werewolf eats someone? It's that. But then the game goes into real life. Very fun. Just a cool slasher. Definitely pick it up if you haven't. So then we have, this possibly could have gone franchise, but I just didn't think about it. It's on this little collection, which the rest of the movies are bad, but Prom Night, Jamie Lee Curtis. Not as fun as I remember it being as a kid, honestly. It was a little bit boring, but the sequel, Hello Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. Stupid, campy fun. It's like a ghost possessing another body. It is just silly. And prom season is upon us. What better time to watch some movies that make you terrified to go to prom? And then we have, again, could have been, franchise, but that's the only one I have. Final Destination. And this is really cool because this is the original DVD release. So it has like interactive menus, it has rom-com, DVD ROM features, when they still called it DVD ROM features. But it's really cool. It is, I don't know, it's just such an original idea, and they're making a new one, so perfect time to catch up. And I love them all. Yes, even the one that came last before this newest one. It's fun. I don't care. I have a good time with it. And that's all you can hope for with these movies. Devon Sawa, final boy. And actually went on to be really a classic horror actor. He's in the Chucky franchise. But he's just a lot of fun. But such a good movie. Such a good movie. So then we have I'm gonna show you, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you 3 movies that I can guarantee you've probably never heard of. And if you've heard of them, I'll eat my hat. Because anytime I tell someone about these movies, they don't know what the heck they are. Granted, I've never watched 2 of them, but I know I would love them. So, now, the first one is like easy. Maybe you have heard of it. Maybe there are some of you have. Love and Monsters with Dylan O'Brien. Maze Runner actor, coming off Teen Wolf. Maybe you know it. It's like just a bunch of monsters and he has to hunt them down. Very fun. I've yet to see it, but I hear that it's really fun. So. Then we have the medium section, medium difficulty, where I really doubt you've heard of it, but maybe there's the off chance you did. And that is Nightshade. Do you hear how weak these cases are? My fingers collapsed into it. Those are shaking. This is, I guess now he's more famous, but at the time he wasn't. And this is Lou Ferrigno Jr., Jason Patrick. He's a comfort person, not even just character. He's an amazing person. He loves to speak to anybody. He's so great with that. Anyways, this is like a cult. Lou Ferrigno Jr.'s character undergoes hypnotherapy to deal with his insomnia, and just some crazy stuff happens. So I doubt you've heard of it. Now this one. This has some of the highest, at the time, great actors in it, but I know you've not heard of it because it's an old Lifetime movie. And every single person I've told about it, they're like, what is that? And I had to track down an old DVD copy, and mind you, it wasn't easy, and it was just the paper in the disc. I had to provide the case myself by getting some, Dora DVD from Goodwill. But Death and Cremation. If you have heard of this, I will be very surprised. If you've watched it, I'll be even more surprised. But essentially, this is one of my favorite horror movies. I don't care if it's bad. It is bad. I don't care. It's fun. So it follows this boy, played by Jeremy Sumpter, who, of course, was very famous for Peter Pan. And he's bullied relentlessly. And he ends up taking a job with a crematorium worker, played by Brad Dourif. The Brad Dourif of Chucky. And they end up taking out the bullies, one by one. And one of the Baldwins is in it, Daniel, I think. Yeah, Daniel Baldwin. And it's just fun. Like I said, it is stupid. It is bad. But it's fun. And I just absolutely adore it. I don't care. You need to watch this. Find it somehow. I'm not a person who's gonna endorse, art pirating, but that movie I might have to, because I don't think there's any copies online anywhere. I don't think there's no streaming service. You can't even rent it or anything. It's not available. Then we have 3 movies that, these are our last 3, going out with a bang on our creature features. And we're going to go with witches for the first one. The Covenant. Slipped out of its case. This is, as you can see, a very old copy. But this is Sebastian Stan in his, I think it's his first horror role. He doesn't do horror very often. He's done some thrillers, but this is so fun. And let me tell you, when you're young and closeted, this is the type of movie you go for. But more than that, this was like the male answer to The Craft. But Sebastian is one of my favorite actors, and he plays the villain. And it's silly. The CGI has less of a budget than Nickelodeon, but it's fun, and I love it, and you have a good time with it. I used to have a poster of this on my wall. It's a massive poster, and I've seen it more times than I can count. But it's so good. So good. And it has other people in it, like you have this, Stephen Strait, Toby Hemingway, who is very famous for being in Taylor Swift video. Chase Crawford. That's the big one you'll know. Chase and Sebastian were both in Gossip Girl. So then we go to werewolves. Werewolves. And it's an American werewolf in London, which is actually the newest addition to my collection, because it was in the Walmart $5 bin, and I was like, this? In the $5 bin? I mean, I get it, it's the cheap kind of case, but this is a classic. This is perfect. This is beautifully made. This is the type of film that is ageless. It goes beyond anything that I know. It is stunning, but it is just classic. It's great. You gotta watch it. The special effects are out of this world for it to be made when it was. They're all practical, so the CGI didn't exist like it does today. So everything was practical, and it was so well done. The transformation scene still sticks in my head. So then we have the last one. And the last one is, can you only take a guess? He might be my favorite horror director. Newest movie, has a star-studded cast. It's Nosferatu. Yeah, it is. This is just such a good movie. Like, I cannot talk to you enough about how well it's made, how beautiful it is, the aesthetic of it. The acting is incredible. You have Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu, you have Aaron Taylor Johnson, you have Nicholas Hoult, you have Lee Rose Depp, you have Emma Corrin, Willem Dafoe. I mean, it is stacked, and it is terrific. And I cannot say enough good things about this, but I won't keep you that much longer and ramble about it forever. I'll just tell you, if you're never going to see a Robert Eggers film, you only want to watch one. Watch this one. So, that was the third part of my film collection. That was horror. In part 4, we're going to be looking at just the regular DVDs that I own, just the regular ones. And then in part 5, of course, we'll be looking at my TV shows because I own quite a bit of those as well. But until next time, remember that you are beautiful, you are wonderful, and you are loved.